Hey, folks, ladies and gentlemen, this is Blitzball Champ back with a brand new video here on the U to the Tube. Alright, so I just finished watching NXT TakeOver 31. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I have to say, this was an excellent NXT TakeOver. And there were some great matches tonight. So let's talk. Let's start right from the beginning. So the first match we had was the NXT North American Championship match, where the champion Damian Priest defended against Mr. Johnny Takeover himself, Johnny Gargano. I have to say this was a great match. And one thing's for sure, they made Damian Priest really look strong and really look like a champion in this match. And to just see these two go back and forth, seeing the great agility of Damian Priest, and there was a lot of close calls. But definitely having this type of match with Johnny Gargano, who has made a name for himself and putting on excellent matches at TakeOver, and then involving the likes of Damian Priest, was really, really excellent. And these two delivered. They definitely delivered. Damian Priest, he's gonna continue to be busy. I know this is only his second title defense, but dude is looking really well. So, I definitely felt like this was a great match to kick off TakeOver 31. It was a really interesting situation. Seeing Damian Priest take out a couple of the crew, take a low blow, and it looked like he was gonna take a one final beat, got countered into a really, really devastating reckoning, which Gargano sold really, really well. I mean, he sold that move really well. Especially being hung from the ropes like that, from the middle rope. Oh my goodness, that was an excellent sell on that reckoning. So, definitely a great match. This was very much back and forth, and I enjoyed every moment of it. You can't go wrong with a Johnny Gargano match at TakeOver, especially at a TakeOver. So this match definitely delivered. Great way to set the tone to begin the night. But yeah, Damian Priest hits that devastating reckoning to retain the title. So Damian Priest is on a roll right now. He's been looking really strong and he's been delivering. All right, next up, we had Kushida versus the Velveteen Dream. And I have to say, Kushida really worked Velveteen Dream, and Velveteen Dream really did a great job selling each and every move he took. I think he did an excellent job selling every move he took. But at the end of the day, Kushida pulls off the victory after getting hit with a lot. I mean, getting hit with two Dream Valley drivers, getting hit with a Purple Rainmaker, and just Kushida looked really, really strong. And like I said, Velveteen Dream did a great job selling each of these moves. It's interesting though. So Kushida got the victory. Had the hoverboard lock submission locked on. Even after taking a Dream Valley driver, still held on and made Velveteen Dream tap out. And did a post-match attack on Velveteen Dream, keeping up on that arm. So, I mean, I guess is it safe to say that Kushida is the heel now? And the Dream is back to being a face? Because it's interesting. Everything leading up to this match, Dream was pretty much being a heel, and Kushida was just being more aggressive, but it seems like now Kushida's a heel, which I have no problem with. I like Kushida. I have no problem with this. But it just made me kind of wonder if this means that Kushida is a full on heel now because of the post match attack. But I guess we'll see within the coming weeks what happens. I know Velveteen Dream, leading up to this, seemed to have the upper hand with the post match attacks and sneak attacks on Kushida, up until, when Kushida returned and attacked Velveteen Dream. So it'll be interesting to see. Maybe this rivalry isn't over yet, but I'm guessing it's safe to say that Kushida's a heel now. So we'll see how things develop going forward, but I'm under the impression that he's a heel now. So, but yeah, Kushida gets the TakeOver 31 victory over the Velveteen Dream with the hoverboard lock submission tap out. All right. Next up, we had the NXT Cruiserweight Championship match where Santos Escobar defended the title against Isaiah Swerve Scott. While this was a great match, I have mixed feelings on the outcome of this match. What really annoyed me, and this is an issue that I sometimes have with the WWE, is a lot of times how, in order to build a number one contender, they have this wrestler defeat the champion in non-title matches. Sometimes one, sometimes two, or even more. And they're thrown into a title shot. It sucks because it makes the champion look weak. Even for a short amount of time, it makes the champion look weak. And Swerve had at least 2 victories over Santos Escobar. He might have had one, or he might have had one more, but I know he had at least 2. So for him to go through all that, and of course in this match, Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde did try to interfere, and surprise out of nowhere, well, I knew him as Tahuti Miles, but apparently he changed his name. I haven't really been keeping up with a lot of 205 Live, but apparently he is Asante the Adonis, formerly Tahuti Miles, came in to fend off Wilde and Mendoza to even the odds. And even after all that, even in the odds, Swerve hitting the Pop Culture, a house call, or excuse me, let me rewind a little bit. Kicked out of the Phantom Driver. Santi the Adonis came to even the odds. Swerve hit the Pop Culture, hit a house call, and hit a 450 splash. And Santos Escobar still kicked out. After all that. Sending Swerve inadvertently, well, him inadvertently hitting his head on the turnbuckle post, or the outside part. Santos Escobar took advantage, hit one more move, which was like a double underhook, like driver to the knee, and got the victory. I felt like this match really, really made Santos Escobar really, really super strong. And I just don't get it, considering the fact that Swerve has 2 victories over him. And this is why I have an issue with how number one contenders are built up sometimes in the WWE because you sacrifice making your champion look weak, taking non-title defeats. So the match was excellent, but I disagree with the outcome. I really disagree with the outcome. I really feel like Swerve should have won this. I really do. I think this was his time. I think this was his time. Cause honestly, to be honest with you, the way this ended kind of reminds me of how Kairi Sane lost the NXT Women's title against Shayna Baszler at Evolution. Both Dakota Kai and Io Shirai came out to help even the odds, and Kairi still lost. I just that's what it makes this. That's what this feels like to me. So, but yeah, Santos Escobar retains, but I was really disappointed that Swerve didn't win. I really felt like Swerve should have won this match. I really do. I felt like it was his time. And hopefully Swerve will get another opportunity, but it's like how many more opportunities are you going to give him? Like Swerve should be champion, you know. But moving on. We had the NXT Women's Championship match where Io Shirai defended against Candice LeRae. This match was pretty, I don't know. The match kind of was slowing down some as it was going on. At least that's what I felt. But still, it still turned out to be a pretty interesting match considering all that of what happened even during and after this match. I was honestly thinking that maybe Candice LeRae was gonna pull it off, especially considering Johnny Gargano had already lost. But, despite knocking down the referee inadvertently, despite getting an assistance from Johnny Gargano coming in, putting on a referee shirt, and fast counting, but Io Shirai was able to beat the 3 count and get the shoulder up. And it just seemed like Io was just super strong. Even kicked out of a title shot from the belt that Candice took and used against Io. She kicked out of that. When it was all said and done, Io caught Candice LeRae, hit her with a Spanish fly, a very beautifully executed Spanish fly, and then hit her moonsault for the 1-2-3. Io Shirai retains. And see, that's another thing. That's another thing that I still kind of wonder about. They made Io Shirai look really strong in this match, just like they did in a match where she defended the title against Dakota Kai. I see a lot of this with Io Shirai, and this is not a knock on Io Shirai. But then it's like, look at the multiple chances she had to dethrone Shayna Baszler and lost every time. Even when Shayna Baszler had help. And even when Io had help. When Candice used to be a face. It's like she did all this but couldn't beat Shayna Baszler. It's just, I know it seems kind of petty, but it's hard for me to ignore. It's hard for me to ignore. So, that's all. But, after the match, we got a couple of surprise returns. So we got one, the first one was Toni Storm, who appeared on the Titantron, or on the LED boards where all the fans usually chime in. She appeared there. pretty much saying that she's back. It's Tony time. And yeah, looks like she's going to be gunning for Io's title. And Io seemed pretty happy about it. Pretty happy about the challenge. Um, and of course, you know, these two know each other very well. Tony Storm was the one that won the second Mae Young Classic by defeating Io Shirai in the finals at WWE Evolution. So this was really good. It's good to see Tony Storm back. And of course, we all know that Tony Storm is a former NXT UK Women's Champion. So she was the second. She was the second. So yeah, good to see Tony Storm back. It's a big boost to the NXT Women's division. But that wasn't all. We had one more lady return. So, the woman that was on the motorcycle with the night vision camera that hinted at 10:04:20 showed up and revealed herself to be none other than Ember Moon. That's right. Ember Moon returned at NXT TakeOver. Wow. Wow. Ember Moon has been out, I want to say, what, almost 2 years? Maybe a little less. But she had, if I remember correctly, tore her Achilles tendon. If I remember correctly, it was when she was chasing down the 24/7 champion with a couple of other superstars and tripped and landed really badly to the point where it tore her Achilles tendon, which is a very sensitive injury and does take a long time to come back for. And it was said that because of how severe it was, that it was potentially career threatening / career ending. But wow, Ember Moon, former NXT Women's Champion, returned at NXT TakeOver 31. And I marked out like crazy. And I'm thankful that if she was ever going to return, it would be on the Black and Gold brand. She's had some excellent matches on the Black and Gold brand. And I just feel like this is a lot better for her considering how badly they did her on the main roster. So it is really good to see Ember Moon back in NXT. So, hey, we could potentially see Io Shirai versus Ember Moon. I'd like that. I mean, hey, even though Ember Moon was never able to defeat Asuka one-on-one, maybe she could defeat Io Shirai. It's a match I would definitely love to see. So, looking forward to that. I hope that has an opportunity to happen. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what Ember Moon look like, and let's see her get back in the ring. So, I'm sure she'll probably be rusty, but we'll see. If she's cleared, she's cleared. So good to see Ember Moon and Tony Storm back. Very awesome. Two big surprises. And then, finally, we had the main event of the evening. The NXT Championship match. Where the champion, the Prince, Finn Balor, defended against the violent artist himself, the Undisputed Era's Kyle O'Reilly. And as expected, this match did not disappoint in any way, shape, or form. This definitely has Match of the Year nominee all over it. These two brought it. I mean, shot after shot, counter after counter, big move after big move. These two brought it. The chemistry was near flawless. Both were busted open, bleeding. Both delivered great shots and submissions. But when it was all said and done, Finn Balor finished off Kyle O'Reilly with the coup de grace to retain the title. Which, like I said, I originally didn't think Kyle O'Reilly was going to win, but one thing's for sure, that this was going to be an epic match, and it definitely was. So, kudos to both these guys. It was good to see a show of respect at the end. There was a spot, though, the kick to the gut that Kyle O'Reilly took, which looked kind of bad. Looked like had the wind knocked out of him, but thankfully he was able to recover and the match was able to continue. But that was something that I had noticed, that it looked like Finn Balor had to back off for a little bit for Kyle to sort of catch his breath, because he took that kick. It looked like that was real. It definitely looked like he had the wind knocked out of him. But thankfully he was okay and was able to finish the match. And I tell you, it's incredible as it is with Kyle O'Reilly, especially being someone that is a diabetic. I believe he's type 1, has type 1 diabetes. So, yeah, I mean, that's just amazing in itself, considering the challenges it is being a diabetic. But interesting ending to the takeover, though. Ridge Holland was spotted carrying Adam Cole over his shoulder and then just dropping him over the barricade in front of Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor. And then Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish of the Undisputed Era come out to, check on them. This is interesting. Ridge Holland is in the picture now. Interesting. That's all I can really say. I don't know that much about Ridge Holland, aside from the few matches he had back at NXT UK, to the one or two matches he's had here in NXT. So it's interesting. That's all I can really say. That's all I can really say. I don't really know what to expect, but Ridge Holland is in the picture now, taking out Adam Cole. So yeah, we'll just have to see what develops from that. I just thought that was kind of weird. So I got nothing. I got nothing. Also, it was announced that WWE NXT will be bringing Halloween Havoc October 28th, Wednesday, October 28th. And it will be hosted by Shotzi Blackheart, which I think fits, considering how big of a horror fan she is. It fits perfectly for her. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of card they build towards Halloween Havoc. So this is cool. This is really cool. But gotta give it up for WWE bringing forth an excellent takeover. This was definitely probably one of the best this year so far. So I have to say, I'm very, very pleased. Each match didn't disappoint. Had plenty of time. Definitely delivered. So overall, I was very pleased with this takeover. Very, very pleased. So anyway, what are y'all's thoughts? What were y'all's favorite matches? What did y'all like? What didn't y'all like? What'd y'all think about the outcomes? What'd y'all think about the surprises? Yeah, let me know what you think. Leave your likes and comments. Thank y'all so much. Be sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you don't miss a video. This is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram signing off. Hope everybody has a blessed week, and I will see y'all soon. Peace. Take care.